So Trump wants world peace.
Well, I do too.
Well, there's only one way you're getting that. The US military needs to be the most fierce force on the planet. Like it's the Grim Reaper. It needs to be like the Grim Reaper because of the people who are against you, who hate you, who want to completely annihilate you, are not scared of you. They're going to come for you. And if you can't, erase them. Or you just simply do not erase them. Things will get really bad. Because even with how powerful the US military is, it can't be everywhere at once. And when it can't do that, you're gonna have a whole lot of small skirmishes happening everywhere. Civil wars, international wars, national wars. The world police needs to be at work.
It is the same reason cops need to be fully armed at all times. If bad people are not scared of them,
A lot more of them are gonna start doing bad things. Because the current war that's been going on for 4 months is not acceptable if you're going off the rule of cool. Because the rule of cool is what determines how terrifying something is. If you come in, change the government in like 5 hours at like best, like Venezuela, that's cool, that's scary, that makes you strong, that makes you look strong. On the other hand, it's taking 4 months over here. And when it's taking 4 months, it's no longer cool. It's only acceptable, barely acceptable if you were fighting China or Russia. Because these small fries aren't supposed to be able to do that, you know? But if I'm not stupid, which I probably am, I think it's the American bureaucracy, the politician stuff, that made you incapable of finishing it in like 2 days at best.
like, ooh, we can't hurt people's fifis, we can't spend too much money, and we have to make sure we make every last dollar possible on it.
Which in my stupid brain, I think the best solution is to make a military coup on the USA, the entirety of USA, tear out 90% of the government. And I don't know how big the American bureaucracy actually is, but I don't know, let's just minimize it to the president, his right hand and left hand, like a few Congress members, not that many. That shit is too huge. And maybe a separate division for, I don't know, civil stuff, roads, power, water, and the military stuff is its own thing. I don't know the details to try and whip up anything. Because I'm pretty sure of something. The moment any sort of war breaks out with China or Russia, this bureaucracy is going to be the end of the world. It's going to take too long, it's going to consider way too many feelings of people that are completely irrelevant, and it's going to be bad for me, someone who doesn't even live in the West, who's a third world country person. Plus, taking 4 months for something this small, doesn't it hurt your ego? Doesn't the mockery piss you off? Because even a single one of them dying is too much when there's so much of a power difference. I don't know about you, but I'm really, really angry. It is infuriating. I despise the idea of these midwits, like absolute nobodies that are too full of themselves, completely delusional ass people, are coming out and saying, the US is no longer the strongest ever. They are complete nobodies. This other country is the strongest one. You know? Because they are barely surviving against less than 10% of America's force. Because again, these delusional ass people that are like probably 80% of the population are too stupid to realize they're being dumb at every level. You just have to make them scared for their life. So if Trump wants world peace, you have to make sure the US military stays the most feared military in the history of the human race. But then again, maybe Trump is just planning on the country to eat itself from the inside out, like a civil war stuff. It's already happening, so I think he's betting on that. But if I give my own opinion on how things should be done, the USA needs a military coup. Tear out 90% of the government so you can finally get some shit done. Because there's a lot that needs to get done that politics is getting in the way of.